they should be able to bully 11.
And we're underway now. Game number 2 of this best of 3 showdown, folks. Hang on to your hats. EHOME came in as favorites. They can still emerge victorious, but they'll need to put 2 together. Lanham immediately's got a TP top, and they will also send the Phoenix of Kaka to bottom, so they want these aggressive wards down nice and early. They got one down in the bottom lane last game uncontested. And this time around MVP, they will not smoke, but they will march down as a squad of 5 to start things off. MP grabbing the early magic wand. Looks like he'll be expecting to lane against the Bat Rider. And that will leave QO as the safe lane Slark, so it'll be Slark versus Brood to get things going here. Kaka takes a little bit of harass from 4F. Boot's first build for him. They aim for the D-ward and they do scout it out. MVP, this will be some additional gold, and MP will be the man to grab it. 50 into the piggy bank for him, as well as some experience.
Looked like Kaka actually wanted to drop the ward like from the secret shop, or from the side shop, but he looked like he wasn't able to get away. He's like, ah, okay, whatever, I'll just drop it in the lane, and then because of that, it actually gets dewarded.
So EHOME are going to camp out the top rune. They'll have to deal with some treants on the bottom lane, perpetually harassing Kaka back. This MVP move towards the top. Will there be a contest? Rune's about to spawn. 10 seconds to go. Lanham kind of inching forward here. You just start to get the napalm out. Old chicken on MP is going to force out the Quas build, at least for level 1. But MP will claim his bounty rune. So between that and a ward, he's off to a very good start. Meanwhile, bottom though, look at this from 4F. He's 1v2ing and winning the battle. His auto attack's just devastating CTY. Chasing him uphill with the Boots first build. I mean, he can morph more to strength, but he really doesn't want to. So, well, bottom lane looking really good here off the bat.
Yep, nice Boots first coming out from 4F. And of course with that, already dewarded and him getting his share of experience is going to be pretty darn tough for EHOME. No stout shield carriers in this lane, so that 32 damage coming out from those treants are going to hurt a lot.
Now, when you see a start like this from a prophet, you wonder why he's not picked more often. It's had a big impact. You see a sentry drop down in the top lane, but Old 11 is hidden, tucked away here in the tree line. Currently out of vision, is leeching his experience. MVP, no wave of terror from Febby. They're going to drop a secondary sentry ward. They have cornered him as far as the webs go, but they can't find him. And I think Old 11, if he was paying attention here, saw at least one of these, if not both, get dropped out.
Really nice quelling blade usage,
more wards.
Like, if you see, he, like, cut down all these trees so that it's really difficult for Old 11 to actually find a good spot to hide, and he keeps on using the quelling blade whenever it's off cooldown. Eventually, he might cut down the area to the south side of that tower, and Old 11 will have, I guess he'll just go to the left side then.
Yeah, both off laners are going to be under pressure here. 4F gets caught out, he's going to go for the TP. It's only a level 1 touch, so he will make it back, and he opted to TP all the way home. So he can hoof it back out, or he can buy that teleport scroll. Looks like he's just going to run for now. It's Old 11. He bided his time, and then he got the quick D-ward, dropped his own sentry. Quelling blade gets used, so we'll clear things out a little bit. Only the 1 sentry to work with, though. A little bit of kill potential on MVP. They come back and an additional sentry was purchased, but 11 will back away. So far, so good here for the Brood.
Well, now he knows that they're out of sentry. They have dropped a total of 4, 1 for that bottom observer and 3 in the top lane. So he should be good for, a minute, hopefully in his eyes.
And he is shutting these supports down, both very level dependent. Yep, they're not getting a whole lot. And when they do, it's coming at the expense of QO.
He did a really good job of attacking that large camp so that it wasn't able to chain the pool. That was actually pretty darn important for 11.
Yeah, on the other side of the map, Lanham also struggling, still only level 1, Kaka level 1 as well, so, I mean, both support duos really being forced to camp out in lane, nobody getting those easy pulls, the free experience. And as far as the safe lane farmers go, it is the Slark out on top. QO, 19 and 7, the Morph lane, CTY, only 11 and 5 for now. Lanham continues to take a beating bottom lane. Forced back, almost out of regen now. Treants harassing the Morph lead as well. MVP starting to push here. They want to draw EHOME up to the top lane, and they will do so as Kaka makes the rotation. He's got the Sunray available. Well, it's a swoop. Their Curse Dive online. They'll hold the tower for now. They'll get Old 11, his level 3. See what Kaka looks to do. QO starting to use the level 1 Dark Pack, try and kill off of those spider lanes. We're starting to feel emboldened now, but this does free up 4F, and he'll have an even better time on the bottom lane.
Another good pull by 11, making sure that they can't leash that large camp into the creep wave.
Mid lane, MP, almost enough here for a kill on Old Chicken, but he'd already used both invokes, so Doesn't have anything left. No tornado option there.
TQI is getting bullied by these treants.
They're just ridiculous. He can't deal with them. He's got 6 armor. It feels like it's simply not enough. Needs some sustain in the lane.
Mangoes for life.
More likely, I imagine we're going to see that like it's Spear build from him. Bottom lane, they roll in on the 4F. There's a waveform ready. Oh, it would have been close, but he needed the level 3 wave to get the kill. And he's 80 experience short. 78 to be exact. Pressure on both sides of the map there. Both teams ping-ponging between top and bottom, and so that leaves the middle lane as more of a true 1v1, where Old Chicken, 16-8, staying even with the Quaswex Invoker. It's not taking even a single point in Exhort right now, so we are going to see pure utility here, creating a little more room for the Nature's Prophet as well as Slark to go for the farming builds, should they so desire.
Another sentry dropped, and it will be out. Oh.
Hold 11, he's gonna get stunned. That's the French sentry played it down. They heal him up with the stun rate, but that's the first blood. MVP persistent as hell, and at long last they will connect. Trying to get a range of Kaka. They barely get the glimpse up. Bringing it back, and he swoops away. The Venge stun, I think, was just cooling down, or just maybe couldn't get the cast animation off in time, but they'll settle for the first blood, and it is on the Brood.
And 4F can TP up top if they want to really get
ready to land him. But doesn't seem like it'll be in time to get anything done.
Old Chicken stacks up. Looks like he actually did fail to triple stack that camp.
Slark is having quite a good time, but you look at the other cores, and that's really where the difference lies. Although CTY's caught up, the other core's struggling a bit more, especially the Brood, just nowhere near the Nature's Prophet's effect so far. But I guess he has kept the supports down, forcing them to buy. How many has it been? 5-6 sentries at this point? So the question becomes if that's enough punishment from Mode 11, as they're hunting for him again. Still only a level 1 clip. You gotta get the vision here. They're gonna summon Trian. The whole squad in position, but Uber is gonna go down. They pop the very far Mode 11. He just get the experience. Still, it's a level 5 offlaner for support, but it requires a 4-hero commitment to get the job done.
He's doing a good job of not feeding his spider wings. He needs to make sure he does that so, you know, those supports don't get their level 6 super quickly. But with that TV on top of this tower with no glyph for another 2 minutes, looks like that will be the next target for MVP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Gonna TP the Disruptor in mid lane. Dubu wants to get a hell ground or a high ground ward down. He's not going to back himself away. QO continuing the siege. They are making rotations. Brood Mother in, looking for the tower tonight. Oh, the Prophet gets the last hit. Those phase boots paying off, and Old 11 rushes forward. He might try to make a move on 4F. Teleport's cooling down. He has the scroll, but if one more set of Spiderlings hits him, he's likely to fall here. Spiderlings give me the vision inside of the trees. He'll snipe him out. And there's not much QO can do to stop it. They do stun Old 11, though. It might be a trade of the offlaners. Here it is. QO gets the last hit. This will allow him to pick up a 6.5-minute Midas, accelerating his farm curve even more.
Structures are fortified.
Back and forth game so far. Score 2-3. But MVP with the tower kill and the farm advantage now lead by 2,000 gold.
I wonder if CTY is going to see this Midas and try and go Midas of his own. What are his other options? I guess Lincoln's is also pretty good versus Disruptor and Invoker.
If anyone's going to go Midas in Morph lane, I think it's CTY.
It's a big camp. Old Chicken doesn't really want to share experience with the likes of MVP.
Just getting the gold at this point would be better than nothing, because MVP are moving into position. There's no level 6 on Disruptor, so the catch for CTY is not the best. But the creeps are getting sniped out. MVP looks like they got a couple of those. Here comes the replicate, they'll deal with it. So they do some great economic damage here. Delaying Old Chicken's Blink Dagger. 7.5 minutes though, he's on a good pace for it. And as they rotate him into the woods, they will bring Lanham and now CTY over to mid. So a bit of lane swapping, EHOME. Catching up and waiting for some key items. Kaka also level 5, so he's having a good time on the
Radiant's
Phoenix overall, and this does go back to the dual lane.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's... Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
You never
is under attack. Dire's top tower is falling. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are falling. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
win a team fight, play from there.
MP is scouting. He's opted for the Force Staff here as he get another tool to deal with the Bat Rider. They already have the Orchid for the Nature's Prophet, but he'll be the scouting party who looks to find heroes off on their own and then call in the reinforcements. They don't need him now. EHOME blinks forward, up onto the high ground he goes, forcing old chicken back, forcing out the Firefly, which will use to try and defend the tower. They even come into the Static Storm here in the mid lane. And apparently CTY is lagging.
Another good glimpse coming out from Dubu will pull Bat Rider into the T3 and into the waiting hands of Cubo with the rest of MVP. And Firefly gonna expire pretty darn soon.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
MVP. Up they go.
Radiant's middle tower is
Cubo
under
out in
attack.
front. And Scotty is online. He's got Alacrity as well, so he's hitting very hard. Max speed is already substantial. They're going to silence Kaka. They just run in on him with the auto attention. He's set so mostly, but he's going to need help. Wall him into the middle of MVP. Can he possibly get the egg off in the middle? No, he wants to dive back. That leaves Vlad as a sacrifice. He will egg when it's distance. So it's up to old 11 to fight against the entirety of MVP on his own, and he just can't do it. MVP run him down. The Gem drops a double kill and a wicked 6 streak. MVP looks like they did recover it. MP grabbing the gem, retreats out. 16-5 the score. But while that was all happening, CTY starting to get a little more freedom on this map, up to 3,200 gold. But MVP just keep on beating on the front door. They'll force down the tower. They're not going to let them escape easily. A fence done. It's going to warn Old Chicken back. He won't be able to counter-initiate or punish MVP at all. So in the end, tier 2 drops at the top lane. They do some significant base damage. They head onto the gem, and the game stabilizes at a 12,000 gold lead, about a 10,000 experience lead. All of that favoring MVP.
Yep, just keeps on going in one direction. We'll start with the night vision.
Is there a point this game where you feel Morphling can take over? Do you ever see him being able to out-carry a Slark with the support of his team? Or the longer this goes, does it just get worse and worse for EHOME?
Just gets worse and worse. They have, like, he needs BKB for Static Storm and the Orchid, and even like a Tornado into EMP, which will drain the large portion of his mana. The Tusk, maybe if he gets like a Blink Dagger, can help save some people, but they just actually have no real good tools to kill MVP. It's all a survival game.
MVP, we're moving forward, but unfortunately CTY baits them out with the replicant now. Oh, they still get the jump. Tornado coming in, they're going to silence Lana, prevent him from getting anything off here. They go for the lasso, but it's not enough. Nemi's there with the quick swap save, and now they turn it. Duo's going to be low, and the tiny thing to kill the Sarga would be used, but he's able to retreat out. He's going to heal up. Gorez also down. This could be the turn of the tides, a 2 for 2 thus far. Spiderlings getting active. QO's ready to jump back in, though. CTY, he's heavily strength more. They're going to force up the egg here. Can QO finish it off solo? Looks like he's got the firepower. He gets the kill. QO, no ultimate now, though. He's surrounded by the Brood Bomb, and he needs his kill. He's so low. The Spiderlings poking him. They get him. A triple for old 11. Massive swing of momentum. EHOME, that was the fight they needed. And with it, a 3,700 gold swing, a 4,000 experience trade, and a sharp tick up in the graphs.
Oh, finally they get a good fight. The lasso came at a really good time. They had to blow a lot of cooldowns to save that Slark, and I think the BKB from Broodmother is actually doing a lot of work against MVP.
They don't have that much right click. It's not a cost exorbitant invoker. The Slark takes a while before he really starts hitting hard, and Vent does bring up quite a bit of physical damage to the table, but you're right, the Brood has been a real nuisance in the back lines.
I was really surprised that they were able to come out on top of that fight, especially with like the swap coming out on the lasso, the egg dying from there, but a surprising amount of damage coming out from the Spirits, the Sunray, Morphling just not dying in the fight, even Bat Rider who died very early on, even with his Firefly. So they're doing better than I thought.
Now they blunt the momentum, but for MVP, they're going to slow things down now. We'll see Korev back to an Aghanim Scepter. And that does feel like always an option available for MVP. It's just if they don't want to fight, you can always split push with the Slark, rat with the Prophet, just stall the game out and keep the farm going. Whereas EHOME, they're the team that now are emboldened. Looking here in the top lane, they want QO, but QO is played very cautiously. And they're not going to catch him out.
They actually need a jump to their own, so they can pick down the work for MVP and hopefully get some good ganks with that rider when their team isn't around. But looks like MVP already inside pit. Wave and Tear, Force of Nature.
The lanes are pushed out. There's a lot already to deal with here. Without that pickoff that they were hunting for, seems MVP will get the Roshan again. So now they'll get even more insurance. We'll see our Slark queue up. Very likely the moon shards coming out.
Yeah, we have Scepter up on Evoker too, so that's extremely bad for EHOME.
That's the thing, is it's not just the Slark. It's going to be a super stacked Slark here with the Alacrity on him later on in the game. Tough for anyone to man fight. And they just don't have the best lockdown, as we've talked about at length here. Only the lasso if you somehow force out the Dark Pact and there's no swap.
Indy has Aegis.
Here's put something about that. But EHOME have to feel a little bit better at the very least that they got that one fight going their way. Something positive for the first time in the series, I have to say. I guess the key item we're looking at for EHOME now is going to be the Ethereal Blade. CTY up to 3,300 gold. Nothing on the courier yet, so still needs the Ghost Scepter money as well. They're going to reveal him in the mid lane. The Replicant will follow the team through the smoke.
They should actually kill the MP a lot. MP is actually number 2 in net worth. Sark's way too difficult to kill, but the risk reward for killing the Nation's Prophet is really, really good because they'll get tons of experience, tons of gold, and pretty much don't even need to commit any sort of ultimates. They can just snowball at him and he's dead if they can actually find him, though. That is the main issue.
EHOME made the smoke play, but they didn't find anything. Instead, it's MVP hammering away at the tier 2 top. QO, the man in front, emboldened by the Alacrity. He hits extremely hard and very fast. Tower will end up dropping here. Last hit going to the Dire. Let's see how confident MVP are. Age is still online. Almost the Moon Shard's ready if they want to go. They're holding back for Ev, but the teleport's available. Nature's Prophet is online, and QO is going to march into this. That stun ray, my god. One man D-push.
Good spell. Just pure damage.
Halts the push in its tracks.
Yep, buys enough time for CDY to hopefully get some damage on that T2 in the bottom lane for Ev. Scared for his life, just sending out treants behind the protection of his T1 tower.
Not to mention to get
like
the
MVP really want to make a move with this wave. Sunray.
And are massacred, but QO, he tanks the Sunray. Can't tank it, he tries. He will be forced back, and they're going to converge on mid instead. Old 11 moving in now. The Rat intensifies, but it's from the team with the Morphling and the Brood, not the Nature's Prophet. So get the tower mid, Rebel get available, he's going to wave himself back to safety. They do Descendo onto CTY, they found him, they're going to glimpse him back. Static Stormy might even be safer from this. 2 heroes waiting, 3,000 health. Oh, CTY, okay, not so safe anymore. As QO arrives, blinks in, cleans him up, bought his BKB, did not go for the Ethereal Blade, but will have a buyback just barely available should MVP continue, and I believe they should, and they shall.
Can Sunray hold off this push without the aid of the T3 tower?
Need all the fire. Sunray on air line. Everything immolating. But QO, not to be dissuaded by this, Age is still online. Goes in. Just gets hit. Sunray hits the left, the Sunray tracks him down. Tornado will stop it in its tracks, but it is just the Phoenix that is saving their base right now. I have not often seen a Phoenix control the high ground this hard, but this is one of those moments. It's allowing us to get a sit back, but now they get in. Sunray pulled down, but they've already done significant structural damage here. MVP closing in on their first lane of racks. And with that, the map control, they take on the whole 11. BKB is available. He's going to be forced to pop it defensively, and he might go down anyway. He will be censored off the finish, but go down the egg gets jumped. But QO's on top with a massive attack. Speaks and he finishes the egg. He will do so. That's 4 down, and it's going to be 5 there with 5x streaming out. The Morphling only down, just respawning, but has no firepower. The racks are down. MVP. They've got EHOME on the ropes. They've broken into their base. Their home is in trouble, and perhaps with this, it will be burnt down fully. They immediately rotate on the top lane. There's no egg available. There's really not much to work with. They're not even a walrus punch or lasso. It's all down for the count.
They have Sunray.
Too little, too late, it feels. MVP with the shocking upset likely upon us. They jump in again, QO. We have seen this from the man before. Harkens back to his TI5 days, where he took over on the Ember at the Slark at times. That's too late to Brax. EHOME prohibitive favorites in Group A are not feeling like favorites at all anymore. They'll rotate on the bottom, looking to end this game at 29 minutes. Ace is still online, and they've got about 30 seconds here as he blinks it again. The snowball's forced out, Lanham on the retreat, but QO with 31 Essence Chips plus 93 agility, and the Aegis to work with, jumps away to save, even popping the Midas in their face. Also good jump in definitely blast to turn this. The Meteor gets dropped right on top of the Bat Rider, dying from the old flames that he's looking to be aggressive with. Most of the time, they get yet another kill. Buyback coming out, everybody helter skelter trying to hold the line, but even if EHOME get a team wipe, it is still going to be a massive uphill climb, and that's asking a lot right now. Because QO up to 43, and Chip stacks 129 plus agility is now attacking 0.3 times every 0.3 seconds, which is 3 attacks per second, and that is a few attacks per second too many. The DG is called. EHOME are going down to the lower bracket on home turf. They can't do it. They will drop game number 1 as well as 2. 2-0'd by MVP Phoenix.
They got smashed.
Absolutely brutal. They felt very figured out.